Okay, so here we are. We officially get started at 7 o'clock, and I want to be respectful of everyone's time. So, at our earlier session, we were pretty much, um, we started at 6. Well, I'm sorry, we started at 3 and was done by 4:30. And let's see. So, good afternoon, guys. Once again, thank you so much for coming, guys. This is live on Facebook because I told my Facebook family that I would be introducing the program. And oh no, thank you so much for letting me know, Rachel. Okay, okay, great, great. Well, thank you all. Thank you so much for joining. As stated, this is live, so I'm moderating um, different things. So please bear with me. Let's see. So that's why I jumped on a little early to work out these. Always. Oh my goodness. No, we can't hear you, Sean. No. Let's see. Now it's saying to add a title. So you can see my messages though. Yes, I can see your messages. There you go. There you go. Yeah. Oh my goodness, it's so good to see you. It's so good to see you. I'm doing good. As you can see, I've been steady plugging away at Rise AI, and um, there's been some really positive feedback, and I am just so pleased with that. Everyone has been warm and supportive. So, but a lot of people have also been asking, like, "What are you doing?" you know, uh, huh? Yes, hi, welcome. Yes. No, no, no. A lot of just as far as trying to learn the different parts of Rise AI and depending on who I'm networking with at that time, it all may be different. But now we have a team and I really want to introduce members of our team. So again, let me pull up the presentation. But if everyone, it is now 7 o'clock, and my name is Tiffany Bradfield, and I would really like to thank you for joining us. Let's see here. I really want to thank you all for joining us together as we launch Rise AI Academy. So this is what they consider a soft launch, right? This is a program. So, but we're growing, and so now it's time. So, if you all don't mind, I'd like to open this with prayer. Dear God, thank you for allowing us to come together today to share this vision. Please bless everyone that is on this call, on this video, and allow our creative juices to flow and collaborate and coordinate. Lord, in your name I pray, amen. So I'm very big on starting things off in prayer, so it always gets off on a good foot. So at this point, we'll go ahead and we get started. So this is the second session. The first session was from 3 and we wrapped it up at 4:30. So about 90 minutes. It was enough to go through the presentation and answer questions. So I would imagine that would be similar here. So let's see here. So you know how you have everything all set up and then as soon as you go live, like everything just freaks out? Oh my goodness, right. So, okay, then please bear with me because let me pull this up. So, how is everyone? How is everyone? I always start with that before I just like get into all this information to see how everyone is doing. Good. Nice. Nice. Absolutely. Absolutely. I um all of that. So this is what I was saying earlier. This is truly where AI education and the workforce is colliding right now. Like it is truly a lot going on in that regard. And it just so seems that they're realizing like, oh, we should get our kids ready, you know? So I'm here and to fight for the little guy, the opportunity youth, specifically ages like 16 through 24. Uh, Sorry, my phone is ringing right now. Um, yeah, particularly youth ages 16 through 24, and making sure because there are a lot of great things going on, a lot of great things. But the thing about it is like no one knows, like no one really, we just want to open up these forms of communication. So guys, here we go. There you go. Okay. Okay. Thank you all. As mentioned before, I'm working on a couple different screens here. So thank you all for joining. Again, my name is Tiffany Bradfield. I'm the founder of Rise AI Academy, and this is our soft launch, right? But this is just the introduction to Rise AI because I've been getting a lot of questions as I've been networking more to try to determine exactly what it is. So that's what this meeting is about. And at the end, and like the way we did it before, which worked pretty well, is for me to go ahead, do the presentation, introduce the team, and then at the end, do a round robin and allow everyone to introduce themselves, and then for us to also address our questions. So if that works for everyone, then we could go ahead and get started. Let's see. So um, this right here is the July 1st introductory meeting. It is the point of this meeting is to meet the Rise AI Academy team, the program and partnership overview, right? So we pride ourselves that we build what doesn't exist yet. So I will tell you guys, I would say about 6 months ago when I first started talking about AI workforce development, people were looking at me like, okay, Tiffany, yep, okay. And I kind of felt like I was putting myself out on a limb, but it seems that we're right on time right now. So, why we exist? AI is a tool. I need our kids and our partners and everyone to know that AI is a tool, right? So, it's not meant to replace anyone, but if you don't know how to use AI, you will be replaced, right? And so that's what we're trying to head off with this program so that our kids will have a head start with these type of AI skills already. So, AI is a tool, employment is the goal, right? So, I'm not necessarily pro AI, I am pro employment. And it just so happens that the workforce, education, and AI are all kind of all one right now. So, another very important thing I like to stress that I am a partner, not a competitor, right? And that's very important because I work with nonprofits. I know a lot of people know me as like a connector, right? And that's what I do. I work with different groups, different nonprofits, and things like that. So I don't compete. I My focus in that is to build community based partnerships so we can write grants together because there's a lot of grants that I'm just guessing with just the people on this call alone, at least 10 partnerships, MOUs, NDAs, and things like that. So, um, let's see. So yes, the next thing is the team we've built, right? Let me see. I need to make sure. Let's see. Again, I'm on the different screens. Okay, there we go. Okay, so Linda, you're here. Okay. Are you guys seeing the presentation or it's not moving? Oh my goodness. I'm just walking on through everything. I'm sorry, guys. So did it move that time? Oh, okay, okay, okay. I'm on the right screen now. I'm so sorry. So I'll run that back, right? Why we exist. AI is a tool, employment is the goal, right? So we really want to teach our youth responsible and ethical use of AI as a tool. Like we still want them to have critical thinking skills. We still want them to know how to be human, you know. It will be critical that we keep human in the loop when we talk about AI. So that's a very good mindset we want to set along with our youth. Again, we are a partner, not a competitor, with a goal of partnering with different agencies so we can have joint collaborative type arrangements when it goes to grant writing. Because one thing I've found with any and every organization that I've talked to, and especially if you're a nonprofit in this time, is there is a need for funding and collaboration. Because right now, a lot of the grants focus on the collaborations right now. Thank you. Um, So yeah, we want to work with that and combine different, well, not combine, absolutely not combine, but I mean just collaborate so we can work together. And the fourth pillar, our fourth pillar is open door, open mind. Mindset is very important, you know, especially with the population of youth that we're working with. Like, they have to have a mindset. They have to want this. They have to want to complete their high school diploma. They wanna have to, you know, do better, and we really, we wrap them with services and support so that it will definitely help with that. So, let's see here. I need to get you guys to the other presentation here. There you go. Okay, guys, thank you for your patience. Okay. hmm Where did it go? Um, there you go. Yeah, slideshow. My screen just kind of blipped out on me, so sorry about that. Oh, there we go. There you go. Okay, so yeah. This is one of the a big part of this presentation tonight is to introduce Rise AI Academy and the team that we have built, and I'm very proud and excited. We, of course, aim to build community partnerships with several nonprofits. Again, that is what we do is establish partnerships. We don't compete, we collaborate, right? So the team, again, my name is Tiffany Bradfield. There is a link, like you can link to my bio, but my role is founder and AI workforce program director. So what I do is the training, build the partnerships, and make sure that we operate in excellence. That's very important to me. So let's see, is Tony here? Okay. So Tony, he is the director of community development and youth services. Okay. So I think it's very important that we have someone that really works with the community. Most of the people on this call know me from the community because that's what I do. I'm a connector, I'm a member of different organizations, but it's also important for us to know each other, right? On different levels, but at least on a level where we can work together and just try to, if anything else, help serve our youth. The next person is Miss Patricia Richardson. Miss Patricia, are you here? Okay. So, Miss Patricia Richardson, again, guys, this is our second one. So, we did have a meeting earlier at 3. So, I did know there, that's exactly why we did that to accommodate the different time schedules. Miss Patricia Richardson, she's an expert speaker, and she is a youth empowerment coach. So she's the one that when there's different programs and things that she sees that maybe our youth can benefit from, then she does that. If she knows of different kind of youth employment opportunities, that's kind of her space. Youth employment, empowerment. So that's Miss Patricia Richardson. Some people may know her from Project Quest, but she also does work in this field as well on a consultant basis. Let's see here. Okay. Okay. There you go. Okay. Thank you all for joining. Thank you for joining. Right now, I am just going through the presentation where I am introducing. You got here right at the time of introduction, so that's great. Welcome. And as we did earlier, I'll go through the presentation and then I'll get questions and then we can kind of do a round robin. And there you go. And we could take it from there. So the next person on our list is Miss. There you go. Did I change the screen? It did change, right? Are we on the team we built slide? Is that what you see? Okay. Okay, great. Sorry. I'm used to working on two screens, but I'm at the podium, so it's only space for one screen. So let's see. Okay, there we go. Okay, so next we have on our list Miss Linda Medina. She's our director of finance, and she's also an expert speaker. And she has a very impressive resume. But Miss Linda, I know you're here, so if you would like to just take a couple moments and introduce yourself. Are you talking? I think you're muted. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. Absolutely. Awesome. Thank you so much, Miss Linda. I always say she's a rock star. She's like my AI rock star. I feel like I know just enough to be dangerous, but she is such a good trainer. Like she will take this like really complex LLM kind of thing and just by the end, you're making your own like post or meme or something. So it's pretty cool, and I've really enjoyed working with you, and I look forward to working with you in the future. One thing that you will notice is that everybody on my team, I've met with them, I've worked with them. That's very important to me to have good, solid, smart people around me, right? I respect everyone's opinion and I stay in my lane. My lane is that of a trainer, building relationships, building Rise AI Academy, and allowing everyone around me to do the same. So the next person you'll see on that list is Sarv. So he came to our earlier meeting and he's in a different time zone, but Sarv is my administrative backbone. Like he handles all our automations, social media, email automations, all of that backroom stuff. So so far, yeah. That's our little team. I'm really excited because just getting started, it was just me and Sarv just working it out, and then it just grew. And also, guys, there's a lot changing in just the environment right now. I mean, from education to workforce, especially with AI. So, like I said, I'm not sure if you guys heard me earlier, but we are right at the intersection of. That's why I have a podcast called Tech Talk, where AI, education, and the workforce collide. I had that podcast like 6 months ago. I wasn't consistent. So, guys, maybe we could work on that too. But I saw this coming. Anytime you say that we're going to lose 875 million jobs, but don't worry, we're going to replace them with 900 and something odd million. My first thought was, who is going to train these people? And what about our kids? Because there's a lot of money moving hands right now, and a lot of it is going to college. But if our kids aren't going to college, then what about us? So I'm really focused on they call them opportunity youth now. Before they were at risk youth, now they're opportunity youth. But it is those kids that are aging out of foster care, and now the foster parent doesn't get a check anymore. And so now suddenly the kid is homeless, right? Or we have a kid that maybe their next step or their last step is juvenile detention. We may have some kids that are physically impaired, mobily impaired, but they are so very smart, so especially our military children. A lot of people don't understand that, like when military PCS, I'm a military mom. I have two in the Marines, and like I've moved a lot, right? But every time that I moved them, it just raised, they had to start new schools, new relationships, new friendships, and that's hard. And that's happening because, here in San Antonio, we are Military City, USA. So that impacts a lot of our kids, and they just don't talk about it. So that's why I felt it's important for us to have, yeah, the partnership with SOAR, SA Youth. They have also that wraparound service that provides a calm clinic in case kids have any kind of outbursts or things like that. But um, we also have, on that note, Miss Patricia, I saw that you joined us. So I was telling them about how great you are. So would you just take a minute and introduce yourself? Abs- Mm, that's right. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining. I absolutely appreciate that. I see we have some other rock stars in the audience, and we're going to do a round robin at the end because I want to be respectful of everyone's time. So let's go. Uh, Okay. So I went through and kind of summarized what each one of our roles are. So me, I'm the founder and the AI Workforce Program Director. Now, believe you me, when you start talking about AI workforce development, that's like the new buzz, trendy word, right? So if people look at you funny, don't feel bad. Like they'll get used to it because it is here. It's here. So what I do is I work with the organizational vision, the annual strategy, and the program launch decisions. Everything has to be timed. I'm very sensitive to that, seeing that my focus is on partnerships. You have to make sure everyone is in alignment. I operate in excellence, so that's very important to me and my team as well. We all have to be in alignment. So in all partnerships, MOUs, external agreements, anything that is binding to this organization, I sign that. Grant and funding strategy. I authorize every grant application along with Linda's help because there are a lot of grant funds, and I'm really excited to talk with you about the Grant Funding Coalition Alliance, which is where we work with different agencies to help apply for grants, right? But um, also curriculum and program integrity. So within this program, there are 10 what we call prosperity tracks and a paid year-long Department of Labor registered apprenticeship. So this is an entire workforce pathway. So it's a lot. I already give you a heads up because the people from the first group, they said that was a lot. So I know it's a lot, but that's why I want to start now. And there will be more communication, more outreach, things like that. So I'm just getting you guys a quick and overlook. And I do team leadership and all assignments. I'm the one, but the one between me and Sarv. Sarv is my magic guy. Like he makes it happen. So me and him work on a daily basis. So they have the architect, right? Built the Department of Labor registered AI solution specialist apprenticeship from scratch. Every legally, financially, or reputationally binding decision is hers. So I literally worked with my Department of Labor contact in Dallas, and he helped me design this program. So I didn't just like randomly think it up and believe that you don't just kind of randomly make up an apprenticeship because it went through screening, so it's good. Again, here's our Mr. Tony Leverett, Director of Community Development and Youth Services. What this brand, he owns brand creation and creative direction. So he's the one who takes the photos and videos. He catches us in the community, the engagements, interactions. He'll be really big in our community development. He's very connected with a lot of different communities as well. And he's also from Louisiana. So he has those community partnerships as well. It's all about partnership. It's all about that here. He'll be also keeping his ear out for cohort recruitment and the student pipeline. So he's the one who keeps his eye on how our kids doing. What are their outcomes? How do they use the skills they have now? The Hello at Rise AI Solutions inbox, he'll monitor that to keep his finger on a pulse of the kind of community feedback we're getting. And we have weekly meetings. On my team, we have weekly meetings anyway, just to keep up with things because things can move really fast, especially when you get to writing grants and things like that. It's a hurry up and wait. So again, there's Miss Patricia. Like you said, she works a lot with Project Quest, mainly like with employment counseling, youth empowerment. Of course, when you get into that, you have to deal some with kids that may have mental health concerns, veterans. So she's very well connected with different resources in this space. It's very important to me to have experts around me because they'll help me grow. Right? I want to be held accountable, and I want my team to grow. You know, no gatekeeping. We don't gatekeep. And finally, Miss Linda Medina, she's a director of finance and our expert speaker. She builds and runs the full financial system. So all of our chart of accounts, standard operating procedures, bookkeeping, all of that. So I feel very competent because I've known her. We might be floating into our second year now, and I've attended different events and things and different trainings of her that she has sponsored and hosted, and I'm very impressed. I've learned things, and she is really big on AI, financial literacy, and compliance. So, a big part of the right and ethical way to use AI, because if we don't use it right and we don't start right, these kids can get into some really dark spaces, as we evidenced with Roblox. And again, this SARP, he is the backbone to the operational backbone of this operation. He helps me with Monday and keeping up with tasks and my calendar. He handles the administrative infrastructure, makes sure nothing falls through the cracks, keeps my calendar up to date, social media scheduling, and he just keeps everything moving nice and smooth. So he's the operational guy and conductor. So here, you guys, you will see again that there is a lot going on in this space right now. I'm not sure if you guys watch, but I do know we have Urban League on the line. So I know this is absolutely in their space where there's a lot of workforce development money moving hands right now. And we're not in we need to get in position to start getting and approved for those funds. So again, this if you want to, we always want volunteers. You see, right now, when I show you the future slides, especially for GFCA, you will see there is a membership fee attached to that. However, all of you on this call, as well as the call from earlier, are considered founding members. So we have space for up to 25 founding members, and that means that your membership fee is waived for the first 12 months. So we want you with us. We're growing, and I have clearly realized this is bigger than me, and I'm proud to have this team around me. So I trust we can do it. And you'll see we're seeking volunteers. We want culturally diverse and bilingual professional AI speakers, volunteers, interns, ambassadors, event committee members. Because as you also know, I would bet between all the people on this call right now, we may know close to 1,000 people, I'm sure. Right. So how do we work that together and collaborate and really start, cross pollinating. I'm from Wisconsin, and again, we just did it different. I'm just We just did it different. So I would love to be able to introduce that method to you through the Grant Funding Coalition Alliance. So I'll go through that next. Oh, ambassador. What do ambassadors do? Again, it will just be a 5 to 10 hour weekly commitment. Maybe it would be emails or phone calls or events. So it's various things, just things to make us strong. I do plan on getting some Rise AI swag and T-shirts, polos. So when we show up at events, where we are a good looking bunch, because there are a lot of eyes on this project. So we could go on now. We can talk about our first partner. Do we have any from SA Youth on the line? Yeah, she was on the call earlier. Yeah, Hosanna from SA Youth. She was on the line earlier. So I am very pleased to announce that we have officially signed a MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, which means that we have an agreement and understanding and things that they'll do and things that Rise AI Academy will do. So, but this right here is the entire pathway. This is the Rise AI Academy workforce pathway. And you see it's in 3 phases. phase one is the ABCs of AI workshop series, right? So the phase that we did with SA Youth was they chose a how to vote with AI, right? We completed that workshop on June 11th. We partnered with the League of Women Voters. As some of you may know, I am on the board with the league, and we also partner with Youth Do Vote with Miss Heather Eichling. So that's all. That's what I want to always partnership. One day is one day civic 90-minute workshop, but we allow 2 hours. Those workshops are free. However, you can be a corporate sponsor, which means the workshop will be branded, have your marketing on it, and it will also include lunch for your audience, as well as provide a $125 speaker honorarium for the speaker. And I think that's important, even for our expert speakers that come to our 6-week pre apprenticeship, because their time is valuable. And I appreciate, and this agency, the partners, everyone appreciates them taking that time. So, what better way to do it than to give them a little gas money, right? 125 doesn't go far nowadays, I understand, but just a token of appreciation. So, phase two, this is what we are gearing up and launching up for, what we are so excited about. The cohort begins July 16th and it goes through August 20th. So, July 16th is when we will do our introduction. Every week starts with week one is mindset. Week two, how to use AI. Like, we're trying to find out and assess where the kids are with their AI literacy, or do they just not touch it, or are they just totally, we have 15-year-old millionaires out here with AI. So, kids are all over the spectrum with it. And then week three is this is when they start earning their certifications. So the first one will be their Google AI Basics. And then week four is their Google AI Essentials. So they will earn these certificates. So the setup is it's a 6-week cohort. I come in, me and the expert speaker, we come in this case, they chose Thursdays. So every Thursday we go in there between 11 and 1, and we speak with the students. We have a presentation from the speaker, and then the rest of the week is online. And I am online 2 hours every day, like an open door tutoring session. So if they need any help or anything like that, I'm online. So it's intentionally designed this way because this is the future of the workforce. COVID showed a lot of people they can do it from home, and that is what they're choosing to do. So some companies are just simply not investing in brick and mortar anymore. So they need to understand working from home is totally different than working in an office environment, right? You have to hold yourself accountable. You have to be self-disciplined to know that even though no one you think is watching you, but you still need to clock in and be working. So you learn those kind of skills working independently. And I am a witness because I learned the hard way. So then we go into phase three, which is a 12-month paid registered apprenticeship program. And the title of it is the AI Solution Specialist. So it's a Department of Labor registered Earn While You Learn AI Solution Specialist pathway. And you will notice right there that the apprenticeship is automatically on the eligible training provider list. So that will automatically, work with that. But you can't even get to the apprenticeship without our kids taking those 6 weeks. That is a prerequisite of because I would never put kids. This is a year-long apprenticeship and it's paid. It's 15 to 17 to 19 to $22. And it is our hope that once they graduate, they will have permanent employment. But I would never put those kids in an apprenticeship without some mind prep first. Do they even have the mindset to even go through a program like this? Because it is intense. The curriculum is intense, but that's what the job market is. So again, our three phase pathway is one, the ABCs of AI workshop series. So it says free AI literacy education workshops. Or you can become a corporate sponsor for $350, and that will include lunch for your audience and branding for your workshop on our website, on our social media. Again, every partnership or MOU or anything, it's always a win-win situation. You will never engage in a partnership with me where it's not beneficial for both of us. That's just, again, operating in excellence, important to me. And then you'll see we have 10 prosperity tracks. We are working with Texas Workforce Commission, Alamo Colleges District. So there are a lot of partnerships. And I'm sure you guys have partnerships too. But the point is, it doesn't matter if you have a partnership if you're not collectively engaged in some type of activity or lunch, or, be in the room. Where I'm very big on, you have to be in the room. So, and then the point of the apprenticeship is to bridge the gap to the construction and trades industry. Suddenly, the industry is realizing that a lot of construction workers are aging, dying, or deported, right? So we have really cut into the construction workforce with all of this recent activity, and we need to get our kids ready. So I know that they know how to do the dancing baby videos, but I need them to know how to make floor prints, how to make know how to do floor plans and turn it into a 3D model and then go build it and manage projects. I need them to learn one skill really, really, really good at it, and either be a really, really good high paid employee, or you can be a boss, which is what I prefer, that they start their own business. And BOSS is an acronym for Builders of Sustainable Success, right? So I'm trying to play into that construction. So let's see. So I kind of stress this to the team, like we're gonna have a lot of people watching us, right? So let's give them something worth watching. So thank you for that. I know it was a lot. I know it was. But now I hope you all have jotted down your questions. But before we get into that, I want to go over um the GFCA concept that I have been mentioning. Let me see. Can you see that? Mobilizing for mission success? Okay. 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 Thank you. Okay. Let's see. Where did it go? Oh, there you go. Slideshow from the beginning. Okay. A little technical difficulties. We're working on it. One moment. Let's see. I don't think that's it. Mm-hmm. Meeting link. So it's really weird because I'm used to working on two screens, and I'm on one screen right now. So I'm really trying to make sure I pick up the right window for you guys. There you go. Presentation. There you go. Okay, so from here you go, from the current slide. So this right here is the grant funding um Why is it doing that? Grant Funding Coalition Alliance. Okay. Let me see here. Um, okay, guys, hang in there with me. I don't know where it all is going because I can see it on my end, but you can't see it on your end. And I know for a fact that it's something I'm doing, I'm sure. Let's see. So we're going to blame this on user error. Mm. So while I search for this, you guys have any feedback? I know that was a lot. I know it was a lot. Um, just any feedback while I'm pulling up this next. The next thing we're going to talk about is grant and fundraising. So that's why I kind of want to digest this first. Nice. Nice. Thank you so much because definitely it's my baby. I've been in labor with this for like 3 years, and, for people have I've been getting like, "Okay, AI, okay," and that is either people when you say AI, either they are all over it or they just don't wanna hear it, but in this case, it's here, so, um, here we go. So, this concept right here, and it is under development, and this was a proposal I made for American Legion. As mentioned before, I am a military mom. I have two sons in the Marines, and they are both currently in Japan at this time. So, if you guys are friends with me on Facebook, then you saw that I did a proud mommy moment, and I'm very proud of them young men. I'm so very proud of him and his wife. They're both like 30-year-old gunny staff sergeants in the Marines. It's pretty amazing. But so when I think of this, that is where I'm coming from because I realize that I see a lot of great people doing a lot of great work. One, nobody knows. Two, they don't have a budget, right? And we have to fix that because no matter how good your heart is, you need a budget. You have to have a budget. So let's see. So right here is kind of it shows. I'm trying to move this so you guys. Okay. It kind of shows the solo scramble. You're just as a solo grant writer out here, just all over the place, and staff burning out, and you find out that somebody already did that part of the grant, and the executive summary changed, and nobody let you know, and just chaos, right? But the way that we do it, I'm from Wisconsin, and the way we did it, we had a standing grant writing team. There were 5 people on our team, and everybody stayed in their lane. So my thing was the executive summary piece, pulling it all together. My master's is in business administration, and I'm in organizational administration. So I look at pieces and I know how to put them together. And I'm really good at leveraging people's talents, right? You put people where you at. Some people say they want great people around them. And then when they get them around them, they feel threatened and then try to kind of block their light, but I'm not like that. I need strong people around me because I realize this is bigger than me, and it's our kids. This is our future. We're passing the baton to our future. So I want everyone around me to have that level of vested interest. Let's see. The GFCA coalition model transformed chaos into operational readiness. So the old way is reactive, chasing every dollar. You want to apply for this grant? Let's do that. Let's do this. Let's do that. I can speak on it because I'm guilty of it, right? But the way we're talking about is a proactive daily monitoring via curated feeds, right? So we're looking at the grants. We have a grant flow. We have somebody that's looking at this like, hey, you might want to look at this, right? So from isolated single agency proposals, right now things are really tightening up across so many different organizations and agencies. If they lose their funding, they're out of luck, right? Because that was their sole source of funding, and that's just not, that's not a really good way to support your stream. You need to have multiple streams, meaning you need to have multiple partnerships so you can work on those grants together. We focus on execution, no last minute scrambling for attachments. Where's the budget? Where's the taxes? And we have a file. You have a grant file, so everyone has their stuff in this file. When we write this grant, we already have the paperwork. Streamline. So discipline readiness checks and share grants management toolkits. We have someone that will go over the grant, look at what is the requirements, give everyone a checklist, get MOUs in place, get NDAs in place, and start writing these grants. It's really, it's really, I know there's a lot of, nuance and, da da da, but it's really that simple, right? I'm not discounting the complexity of what I'm talking about. I'm definitely not discounting it, but I also know it's not impossible because in Wisconsin, that's how we did it. We had grant writing teams. Often I hear, either an agency has a grant writer, and that grant writer is stretched doing 4 or 5 different things, and that's just not healthy. It's not healthy for the organization, and it's not healthy for the professional. Let's see. So, again, this is kind of our framework, right? So, successful grant execution requires an interlocking internal command. Grant management touches every part of the organization, securing team wide buy in and establishing a clear RACI, responsible, accountable, consulted, and informed command structure ensures no single individual bears the burden alone. That's very important, right? You don't want your team stressed out because that's why grant writers leave, and that's why there's gaps in funding because you lost your grant writer. Nobody else knows what else to do, right? When agencies lose their grant writer, they stop. Is they don't even know the first thing about grant writing. But the way we look at it is that everybody knows about grant writing because this is a team. It is not a competition. We write what the next thing I want to go into. We have a grant success hub. So we got a hub. We working together. We're focused on programs. We have someone that focuses on programs. We need someone to focus on leadership, operations and HR and finance. Those are the four cornerstones of a grant, right? If you're weak in any one of those, you're going to have a weak grant. But if you don't have a team and you stretch and things like that, sometimes that goes by the wayside. So that's why we're here. So we enforce strict rules of engagement before pursuing any target. We are not just going to be applying for any grant, right? We don't chase grants. The GFCA toolkit deploys a strict apply, don't apply evaluation rubric to ensure total funder fit before deploying organizational resources. So that means that we need to know, do we have staff that's well, first of all, is this even in alignment with our mission, right? So all of a sudden, well, we teaching swim lessons because it's a grant out here for 50,000 for swim lessons. When we really do AI training, like people need to stick and stay in alignment with their mission. Now, the beauty of having a coalition like this is that we can dip into so many different arenas because who your partner is. So maybe you do swimming, and maybe the grant is for an AI instructed swim class. I do AI, you do swimming. Okay, let's do the grant. But again, everyone is staying in their lane. That's the important part, right? We don't want one person trying to do everything, because what do they say? A master of all is a jack of none, or a jack of all is a master of none, something like that. But then we look at, do you even have the capacity? Again, resources, right? So you're saying you can service 500 kids and you got two staff. How you gonna do that, right? Grant writers, they look at that. They look at that, and we collectively need to look at that. So if I have a program and I'm asking for $1 million, I need to have $1 million team. And that's why I place so much value in my team, because you're no stronger than your team. That's my position on that. And competitiveness, realistic odds, right? So if it's a $10 million grant and you got three partners on your team, is that realistic? Would you give you $10 million with three partners, right? So you just have to be realistic about it, and just all money ain't good money. So we have the, again, red light, yellow light, green light system. So we call it the traffic light system. To meet deadlines systematically, we categorize the intensity of incoming targets. This allows the internal grants team to forecast resource requirements accurately and protect baseline operations, right? So red, that means it's intensive. Multi-week effort requiring deep planning, complex budgets, and extensive checklists. So think of federal grant, housing, for the housing urban for HUD. Just think of that times 100, right? Or think of any that this is the real deep, like 100-page, real serious grants, right? So that's intense. Or it can be red light, meaning this is not in alignment with your mission. You don't have time, and you don't even have the staff to do that. That's a red light. Yellow is moderate, meaningful bandwidth required, but achievable within standard operational rhythms. Meaning, well, yeah, it's just going to take an extra VA. Well, we can work it out and it's in alignment with our mission. If we can do it, we will. Right? Green light is, yep, we're definitely going for this. We already got it wrote up. We have the executive summary. We have the, whatever artifacts they need. We're ready. We're partners, MOUs, NDAs. We're ready. That's green light. So we use that, and it's very important to address that in the beginning, or else you'll find yourself wasting a lot of time and resources writing grants that you're not even qualified for. Again, I can speak on that, learned it from experience. So, we deploy a strict mandate to eliminate burnout. So that means one grant at a time. So, you're not going to write a grant. Oh, yeah, well, we can partner with this and then we can do that. And next thing you know, you got 10 partners and you're not meeting anyone's deadline, because we are a collective as a whole with this grant writing thing. And so the more collectively grants that we are successful in applying for, that makes us look better, right? So if I would rather submit one high quality $50,000 grant than to submit 10 $2,000 ones, right? I mean, and not just because of the money, but just the intensity. You have to do the same amount of work. You have to do your SAMS registration. You have to have insurance. You have to have a team. You have to have HR. You have to have programs. You gotta have. It's the same amount of work. So why don't you take your time and do it right? So that's the position of that. So again, this is a strategic alliance, and coordinated support act as force multipliers. Again, so we work to in it, we help each other. We help each other, right? When you win a grant, we win a grant, right? If nothing else, we know that our partner can now provide that one critical service that they just lost their funding for, but now that they got their funding, now they can start serving lunch again, right? Is I mean, that's what our nonprofits do. They do the work nobody else is doing, and that all relies on public grant funding. So, community groups, if you just take time and think about your network, I always say your network is your net worth. So, you think about your community group, workforce partners, faith based partners, all of those things. Then you really start realizing how big your network is, right? So what we do, coordinated letters of support. Just for an example, I pulled together a grant and we needed a letter of support. And it was like I was asking for a medal from Congress. I mean, I had to go through so much just for a letter of support. And I said, if I'm going through that, I can only imagine what other agencies and organizations are going through, but no one talks about it. No one talks about it. You just keep seeing the same organizations getting the same money, and the same organizations that's actually, they getting the money and they may or may not be doing the work. I mean, we got a lot of people doing a lot of good work with no budget. They just do it out the goodness of their heart. God bless them. But we need to, to be effective, we need to have budgets, operating budgets. So the beauty of this also is shared resources, avoid duplicated community efforts, right? You always see it around back to school time. You have about 5 different back to school events on the same day at the same time. We have to talk and coordinate. That way you'll know you can save your resources or collaborate, combine your resources. So this right here, AI and financial literacy workshop, right? So a lot of this is about financial literacy. At the end of the day, the goal is employment. We have 15-year-old millionaires out here on AI, right? So that's the intel. It is not a replacement. It is a tool, right? And so if you partner that intel, our partnerships and relationships and things along with financial literacy, now you're making a movement. So this is that slide I spoke with to you before with the different levels of membership. So as you can see, and as you all who may already write grants know that once you write grants, that it the more the money is, the more complex the grant gets, the more time it takes, the more different kind of agreements and things you need in place. So all of that costs time. So we are a collective effort. So each level of membership shows the main differentiator is $27 a month. You could apply for up to $25,000 in grant. So that's either collectively, or individually, one $25,000 grant, or if up to 25,000, it could be a $15,000 grant, but whatever it is, that will be $27 a month. And then the next one is up to $50,000. That's 57 a month. And then up to 100,000, that's 97 a month. Up to 250,000, that's 197. And then at 597, you can write up to, there's $1 million grants out here. For instance, Youth Build, that was a $2 million grant. So yeah, if you want to apply for grants like that, it's going to take a lot of support, coordination, letters of support, all of that. So that's why the price increases. But again, as mentioned, all of you on this call will be considered founding members. So you will have your monthly membership waived for the first year. So please make sure to email me or text me your email so I can make sure. That's a way to just confirm compliance and set it up in the system. So again, this is just saying, it was just an invitation to join. Just showing a bit about, because this is a new group. We have 3 agencies that are interested and ready, and one of them I'm really excited to work with. Let's see here. Stop sharing. Okay, thank you. One of them I'm really excited to work with. He's doing really great works in the Department of Corrections, the reentry initiative. I have another partner who's interested, and they're interested in the tiny house initiative, right? So my thing is, whatever you're into, whatever whatever your connections are, it is a great thing, because I'm also a member of a lot of different agencies and organizations. I see some of my leaders on this call right now, and at this point, like I said, I'm going to stop talking because I know I said a lot. I know it was a lot, but I would like for you to just go around and maybe just give your feedback and insight and then just introduce yourself. We could do a round robin. Miss Rachel Book, can you cut your camera on so we can see each other? No? There you go. Hey, Miss Rachel. Nice. Mhm, mhm. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Miss Rachel serves with me on the Leon Valley Economic Development Advisory Committee. And so we were going and introducing ourselves, and she said AI. I was like, "Whoa, somebody to talk AI with!" Like I was so excited. So I appreciate you. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Oh, Miss Linda, when you hear her, you'll know. Like she does not play when it comes to compliance, and that's exactly is very important. Very important. Miss Linda, did you go already? I don't want to. Can you? Did you go? Uh oh. Hold on, guys. My battery is about to die. One moment. Yeah. Right. Right. Mhm. Mhm. That's right. Yeah. Mhm. Right. That's right. You gotta keep the human in the middle. Gotta keep the human in the loop. Mm. Yeah. That's right. That's right. And Linda, I so thank you for saying that. There's a lot of apathy amongst our youth right now. Our young adults, can you just imagine what they see? We know what we see. So can you imagine what they see? Right? So it's a lot of apathy, a lot of fear mongering. It's a really toxic environment for our youth right now. So then on top of that, they just went through all that to graduate from college and can't get a job. Like it sucks right now for our youth. And I just want to be maybe a soft little launch pad for them. But we can learn from them too. Like we're finna learn from this next guest. He is actually one of my previous graduates, Mr. Sean Harris. Can you please introduce yourself? And um, yeah, if everyone could cut on their camera if they're available, I want us to see each other and know each other. If you're available, I can't see your face. Yes, Sean. I can't see your face. Woo! Yes, thank you. Yes. Woo, I'm so proud of him. Yes. Mhm. Oh, wow. Yes. Oh, yeah. That's a heavy. Mm, good. Yes. You are the man, because that's definitely you will be part of the first cohort to go through the apprenticeship. So again, that's why I'm just explaining that we have to I have to make sure it's right because these are people's real lives and these are paid apprenticeships with construction and a trade. So right now you want to get into, cybersecurity or whatever it is, I need to place you with an employer that will give you a really good experience, right? So absolutely. And you have your certificate. So as you are on the first, you will be part of the first cohort once we open that up. Yeah. 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 Mhm. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yeah, nah, don't burn yourself out now. Just get one thing and be really, really good at it. I know, I know. Woo! I'm so proud of you. Oh my goodness. Nice. Yeah, yeah. Oh, you still using Centra? Good, good. Okay. I'm so glad you told me. That's okay. We go wrap our arms around you. I think we got some resources on this call that yeah, yeah. So we're gonna take that offline though. But you in the right place. We got you. So oh, thank you. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so let me see. Mr. John Cooper, thank you so much for joining. You guys, Mr. John Cooper is president of the Urban League of San Antonio. So I am on the guild with the Urban League, and me and Mr. Cooper, we have been doing events, Juneteenth, and just really trying to get the word out. For those of you that may or may not know, Urban League has great workforce development programs. In fact, they are nationwide popular with the Youth Bill grant. For instance, in Wisconsin, when I thought of youth bill, I thought of Urban League. I mean, that's just what they did, right? So again, that's something else that's different down here. But Mr. Cooper, if you wouldn't mind just a bit of feedback and introduce yourself, that would be great. Yay. Yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, jack of all trades and master of none. That's right. Mhm. That's right. That's right. Yeah, Sean is awesome. That's right. Yes, yes, I am. Yes, I am. Great teacher. Oh yeah, we 25 founding members. So we got to start somewhere, right? And I definitely don't think and I don't want to charge for that because I just keep feeling that the money go come on the back end. I'll wait. That's how it works with grants anyway. So I don't have a problem with us because we're getting it out the mud right now. But, as we start talking to people, it's invite only. So the people that are on this call, it's invite only. It's not just all these random people because I need you to know I mean, when you write a grant with somebody, you kind of tied at the hip until that term, so you need to make sure you know them, you trust them, and you like them, and you have NDAs and MOUs and whatever else that needs to be in place. So it's that's why it's like a closed group, right? So I'm not just blasting it, you know. Mm, mm. I thank you. I thank you so much. I thank you so much for being here. And all of that is great, what you just said. Okay, well, now we have another Miss Glenda Henry. We're gonna say the best for last, Miss Judge Grace. I see you. Miss Glenda Henry, you're on mute. Yeah, there you go. Can you cut your camera on? I'm sorry. Uh, Okay. Okay, thank you. I just wanna I think it's important that we all get to see each other and know each other, you know? There you go. Hi, Glenda. There you go. Nice. Nice. Yep, that's right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here, and thanks, Sister Myra, for sending a representative. I said, even if you can't make it, send a representative. Send somebody, please. Yes, absolutely. I'm really glad you came. This is my church sister. I attend Macedonia Baptist Church and involved with several committees there as well. And so Sister Glenda and Sister Myra are members of Big. If you guys have ever heard of Big. Um, yeah. And a couple other things, right? Yes. So I thank you for being here. Okay, so now we are gonna bring it on in with Judge Grace. And I appreciate you being here. Judge Grace came to the first the first event, and I think maybe it was maybe halfway through, and I think she's like, "Mr. Cooper, like, nope, mm-mm, I'm catching it from the top this time." So I appreciate you being here. Judge Grace, if you could please introduce yourself and any feedback you may have. You're muted, love. That's right. Risk a knees. Mhm, mhm. I'm sure. I'm sure. Mhm, mhm. Mm, yeah. Mhm. Awesome, awesome. Okay. Well, you guys, I thank you all so much. You just don't know. I'm overjoyed that y'all don't think I'm crazy because I swear I've been thinking like, people like, am I going crazy? Like, am I supposed to be doing this? But every time I want to stop, God will not leave me alone about it. So here we are in year three, and I just feel that at this point it's bigger than me, right? It's bigger than me. And another great thing about leadership is that you need to always put excellent people around you. You are as good as the five people you connected to, right? So, I keep good people around me. I'm not the expert on everything, but I know somebody who is. So, with that note, guys, it's been such an awesome experience. Like I said, this is the second. and the final presentation for the day. But will see me around. We will add this. You know what? I hope I recorded this. I think I recorded it, and we'll compile the meeting notes and share them. And also, obviously, I have your contact information, so I'll add you on the email list. But if there's no further questions, I'd like to just bless you all. Thank you for joining, and you have a blessed evening. Good night. Thank you. Thank you. I know, right? Already. Okay. Yeah, okay. Thanks, Sean. Okay, so guys, I'm sure you saw that, and that was the first introductory meeting for Rise AI Academy. Okay, so I just realized that you guys didn't really too much get to see the presentation. So let me pull that back and I'll just run through it really quick with you guys. Um, this has just been such an amazing experience. And I thank you for joining. Peace. Okay.